好，嚟到啦21、22條咧係有關於一個科學探究嘅，我哋就想研究一下鎂質對植物成長究竟有啲咩影響呢？咁喺實驗當中啦，兩組幼苗咧分別就用兩種嘅唔同類型嘅培養液咧去進行培養嘅。左手邊嘅係實驗裝置啊，呢個培養液咧係完整嘅，乜嘢養分都有嘅。而對照實驗嘅幼苗咧就擺咗一個欠缺鎂質嘅培養液當中。1個月之後，我哋就去分析一下啦。喺呢兩組嘅幼苗當中咧，佢哋嘅生物分子嘅含量喎。咁啊，以下呢3款咧就係個生物分子啦，葉綠素啦、脂肪啦同埋澱粉質。咁題目就問啦，喂，1個月之後咧，喺欠缺鎂嘅培養液當中，佢所養嘅嗰啲幼苗咧，以下邊一款嘅生物物質咧係會揾到少啲喎？咁成條題目啦，就梗係考翻我哋有關於鎂質咧，對於一棵植物嘅成長有啲咩嘅功能啦，有啲咩嘅角色咯喎。咁呢條題目非常之直白啦，係嘛？書都有呢個表啦已經。咁啊，一棵植物啦，就以鎂嘅離子嘅形式去吸收鎂質啦。咁啊，若果欠缺咗鎂質，會有咩情況啊？黃色葉。咁啊，因為植物咧係需要鎂質去製造葉綠素嘅。咁呢個就係葉綠素個樣啦。中間啊就係呢個鎂咯，呢個元素咯，係咪？咁我都想借呢個機會咧講埋其他嘅礦物質啦，硝酸鹽啊、磷酸啊，同埋呢個鉀嘅離子啦。一棵植物欠缺呢啲礦物質嘅時候咧，咁佢哋各自都有啲好特殊性嘅影響嘅。例如啦，都係黃色嘅葉啦，塊葉啦係會紫色一笪笪啦，塊葉啦會捲埋咗有啲黑色一笪笪啦。其實啦，你要去諗嘅就係，如果棵植物有個咁樣嘅特徵嘅時候，其實係會影響咗佢邊方面嘅成長咧？因為啦，喺本書就講得好簡單嘅啫，全部都叫生得衰、生得衰、生得衰、生得衰。咩叫生得衰啊？生得衰係一個好概括嘅演繹嚟嘅啫。咁我哋就諗下啦，喂，成長有啲咩參數咧？例如啦，嗰支莖嘅長度，咩叫生得衰啊？短啲咪叫生得衰咯。啲葉啦嘅大細，咁啊人哋塊葉好大塊，你塊葉好細塊，咪叫生得衰咯。人哋好多葉，我好少葉，你咪叫生得衰咯。所以啦，用個硝酸鹽嚟做個例子啊。所謂嘅生得衰咧，你就可以用翻呢3個參數嚟做個理解啦。生得矮，少啲葉，塊葉細啲。點解啊？因為硝酸鹽就係提供咗棵植物氮嘅呢個元素，去俾佢製造氨基酸。氨基酸就攞嚟製造蛋白質，係咪啊？咁蛋白質攞嚟成長噶嘛，咁人都係啦，植物亦都如是啦，係咪？同樣嘅情況，喂，塊葉咧捲埋咗喎，又黑色一笪笪喎，影響咗咩啊？梗係影響咗光合作用啦，係嘛？諸如此類。咁所以大家要留意啦 ，poor growth 咧，呢個演繹唔係最好，你要學下點樣形容咩叫生得衰。咁而家翻嚟個題目咯，chlorophyll 咧一定係答案嚟㗎啦，葉綠素，因為啦整得唔夠啊嘛，一定係佢㗎啦。然後啦，剩低嘅脂肪同埋澱粉質講邊個先呢？咁我就會選擇講澱粉質先嘅，因為啦欠缺鎂質，葉綠素嘅生成係直接受到影響，而欠缺葉綠素嘅話，棵植物嘅光合作用嘅速率亦都會受影響，係下降咗嘅。所以長遠嚟計，1個月喎，係咪？呢棵植物啦，佢做光合作用做得好唔好啊？咁梗係唔好啦。咁所以啦，澱粉質都係會少咗嘅。咁究竟答案係1、3定係1、2、3咧？呢個就去解釋翻點解今次呢條題目得30%同學答啱啦。因為大家忽略咗脂肪係如何生成嘅。睇翻呢一幅圖，書本有㗎，大家有學過㗎。脂肪佢3款元素就係有 C 碳、H 氫同埋 O 氧氣。Carbohydrate 都係呢3樣。而呢條題目最關鍵嘅就係植物。佢進行光合作用都係產生碳水化合物啫，咁啲脂肪點嚟㗎？其實正就係透過呢個碳水化合物，佢作為一個碳嘅骨架，去作為一個中介，係嘛？一個 intermediate 就俾棵植物去製造脂肪，所以1不離2，2不離3，所以 lipid 都關事啦。答案咧就係 D 咯。咁今年咧都好特別㗎。有一條就已經問咗 nitrate，呢一題就問咗 magnesium， 咁下年會唔會問埋 phosphate 同埋 potassium 呢？你望下今年答得咁差喎，下年應該問翻啲相類似嘅嘢嘅。翻炒翻呢兩款大家都識㗎啦，咁咪爭呢兩款大家會唔會掉以輕心？呢兩款好偏門嘅，唔會考嘅。我俾晒資料，俾晒數據再問你得唔得？梗係可以啦。Question 21 and 22 refer to the following scientific investigation, and we are going to investigate the effect of magnesium on the growth in plants. So two groups of seedlings were supplied with two different types of cultural solution, and you can see that for the experimental setup, the seedlings were supplied the complete cultural solution, and in the control setup, the seedlings were supplied the magnesium deficient cultural solution. And after 1 month, the amount of biomolecules inside the seedling in these two setups are analyzed, and the three types of biomolecules including chlorophyll, lipids, and starch. So which of the following biomolecules would be found less in the seedling growing in the magnesium deficiency cultural solution? So for the concept checking, surely it's checking us the concept about the function of magnesium in the plants. So you can find that it's a very straightforward question because we can find the information from the book. For the plant, if they lack magnesium, the deficiency syndrome will be yellow leaf because magnesium is used for the synthesis of chlorophyll. You can find that the magnesium in the chlorophyll. And then I would like to grab this chance to talk about other type of minerals. So you can see that lack of nitrate, the plant will also have yellow leaf because you find nitrogen element in the chlorophyll as well. And what about the other two minerals? Or for the phosphorus, purple patch on leaves, and curved leaf with dark color edges for the leaf as well. So you will see that once the deficiency syndrome, they happened in the leaf, we can easily think about that. The growth of the plant must be affected. So you can see that poor growth, poor growth, poor growth, poor growth. But poor growth is a very general description. How can we understand what is the meaning of poor growth? So you need to use some parameter of growth to show that. For example, the length of stem or the seedling, if they can receive complete cultural solution, they should grow taller. But what if the plant lack nitrate? So their length will be shorter. And then the size of leaf will be smaller. And the number of leaf will be also smaller, less leaf. Because nitrate is used for the synthesis of protein, and protein are made up of amino acid which contain nitrogen. That's how can we present the idea poor growth. And for the potassium ion, curved leaf with dark color edges, surely it affects the photosynthesis as well. Therefore, be specific. And then let's take a look at the question. Chlorophyll, it must be the answer, because we know that magnesium is used for the synthesis of chlorophyll. Therefore, number one. And then for lipid and starch, which one I would like to analyze first? I would like to analyze starch, because when the plant lack magnesium, the synthesis of chlorophyll will be directly affected, and lack of chlorophyll, it will lead to lower rate of photosynthesis. So after 1 month, the plant cannot carry out photosynthesis step well in a higher rate, so it cannot produce enough starch. Therefore, number 3 also correct. So what about 1 and 3 or 1, 2, and 3? That's the reason to explain that there were only 32% students got it correct because they missed the concept about the plant nutrition. You can see that for the carbohydrate produced by the photosynthesis, it contains C, H, and O, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. And for lipid, it also contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Surely, for the photosynthesis, the main product is carbohydrate. And the carbohydrates can be used as the carbon skeleton to be the intermediate for the plant to produce the lipids. Therefore, if the plant it doesn't have sufficient amount of carbohydrates, there will be no sufficient amount of intermediate to produce lipid as well. Therefore, the answer is D. So this year, We have the question of nitrate, and we have the question about magnesium, and you can see that, wow, so less students got it correct. Therefore, maybe next year, it will keep asking you something about the plant nutrition. So, you need to do revision for phosphate and potassium ion as well.